off-grid tiny house. The solar is off, and I'm going to reprogram the lithium battery today with the solar power being off. And first, I'm going to run the inverter for my laptop. Whoops, need to turn this on first. We're gonna run the laptop with zero solar power because I gotta reprogram the setup here, guys. Apparently, from what I was told, 16 volts is too much for the MPPT charge controller. So not good. And neither does that sound very good. So we'll solve it by doing that. Now, I have the USB cord right here, and that's going to be hooked up into the computer here shortly. But let me get I got to put a CD in from this MPPT charge controller, load it up, and go from there. So I will be back once that's done. Alright guys, I'm trying to figure this out. I went back in and went into user, and all I did was I changed in the ones that I wanted and hit update, but it seems like it's locked up. I can't click anything else. So I don't know if it's programming the MPPT or what's going on. But the overvolt, I gotta figure out the overvolt voltage. I should dial that back to something. See, I can't do anything, so I don't know if something's locked up or what. The program pooched on me. Let's see. There are no running apps. Really? It says there's 2 apps running. How is that even possible? I don't know what's going on. It's not bricked, unless it is. But it's pretty annoying. Really annoying, actually. I can pull that CD out though, I know that. Unless there's other programs in there that I actually need to install. See, I can't. There's no exit. It must be locked up. Bastard. Alright. Okay, I reset it, guys, and this is what I'm looking at for. I got I'm gonna set equilibrium to 0, and I'm gonna set that to 0, and then I should be able to update because I don't want equalization charges. I got my lithium numbers in. Float charge voltage 13.2, overvolt disconnect, I just made something up, 13.9. Actually, let's do charging limit voltage is 13.3, so let's make that 13 like 5 or something. That will be the I think that will work. So let's click update and see if it does anything. We're still plugged in USB. I just don't know if see, nothing's happened. There's no confirmation screen or anything, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. See, it just keeps locking up, and My computer's pretty good, so I'm not exactly sure what the hell is happening. I'm going to go over to the parameters on the thing, and it's still set for gel. So nothing's changed on the MPPT. It's not changing it. I may have to reinstall this program because I think it's, I don't know. I'm locked up again. That's ridiculous. Alright, so that totally sucks. Yeah, that sucks badly. So yeah, I don't like it. Nothing's happening. See, the whole program's pooched. So if I close it... Oh wait, there we go. What happened? Update. Close all windows. What? Look at that. I'm gonna have to hard terminate that program again. It says there's 2 loaded or 2 running. I don't understand that. Alright, I'll figure it out, maybe. Hey guys, Rob from the Off-Grid Tiny House. Having a wonderful day today. Not really. Hair looks like crap. Anyway, so big thanks to High Tech Guy 18 Stu for helping me out. The solar panels that my mom shorted, he took a look at the videos and he's come to the conclusion that those are not fuses, they're diodes, but because I guess they were cheaply manufactured solar panels, that they used the diodes as fuses. So anyway, long story short, he told me what was going on, what I had to do. So video to come on that. I ordered some diodes, actually 250 for about just under $20 with free shipping. So I have to change out the 4 on both solar panels. There's 2 per panel, so 4 total, and then I have backups for the rest of these guys, but I really don't want that happening again. Also, my mom broke down and bought a new lawnmower, electric though, 40 volt Ryobi lithium battery. I cut the grass with it, very smooth, very quiet, and I think it'll work out pretty well actually. So not too shabby. And the nice thing about that one, removable batteries, so you can bring them in at the winter time for the end of the season and leave the lawnmower out in the shed, which is kind of sweet. Now, Stu also told me, after reviewing some of my videos here at the Off-Grid Tiny House, my lithium MPPT settings are incorrect. I have to go into the settings and ensure that my voltages are correct for that lithium battery. Basically, I want a float voltage of 13.2, a max charging limit at 13.3, and a low voltage disconnect at 12 volts. with the equalization shut off. Now I probably confused a bunch of people when I started giving you numbers, and it's just because the battery has a different chemistry than every other battery out there. And those are like the sweet spots for voltage wise for charging. So the MPPT has a preset thing for a bunch of different batteries and doesn't include lithium into that preset. So you have to go into what is called user mode, which you can go in and program each little parameter that you want. I've tried that multiple times and the program crashes, and when I go and do it manually on the MPPT charge controller, it just keeps saying illegal parameter and locks me out, and it resets it back to the default under when I'm in. So I'm a little confused at that, and I'm going to consult High-Tech Guy Stu yet again to understand what the hell's going on, because he does have that same MPPT charge controller, and for whatever reason when I click update, the program pukes or something, and it shouldn't really puke because it's a higher end computer. And then the real nasty part of it is my mouse failed on me as soon as I got here, so I'm like, oh, I guess I gotta use the little touchpad as my cursor. So that was just wonderful. So yeah, it's a wonderful day, guys. Oh, I got to visit a mansion today. This older guy came to the house and was interesting, and we went and saw his house, and man, considering that, you know, I have a tiny house and he has $1 million plus house and all these, you know, it was like a movie star's home, basically, or not far off from one. And I only saw part of it. We didn't get the full tour, but from what I saw, it was massive. And we didn't even see the living rooms and the bedrooms and stuff. But that was an interesting day. And other than that, so the solar guys really, that pissed me off that I couldn't get it completed today. But what I did, I set it back to the original settings that I had it set at gel, 100 amp hour battery, and I turned the solar back on. So it's recharging slowly. It's complete overcast day, looks like rain. And I'm stuck until I get into contact with High-Tech Guy Stu or Bobby Solar Homestead or one of you guys out there who knows more than me on lithium batteries and my certain MPPT charge controller and that program, and why when I type in the numbers and hit save, it locks up and just does this, just doesn't move. I let it sit for 10 minutes too, and it's not using a ton of processing power, so I don't know if the program's just bugged or it's actually doing something or what. Because I did see on Bobby's Solar Homestead one time, he went into the user settings and was playing with his parameters, and when he went to click to save it, it took his computer a long time to pop up a window saying okay, it's saved. But mine never did that, so that's why I'm kind of confused on the whole matter. Anyway, the battery's pretty sweet though. I had the solar shut off while doing all the parameters and stuff, or trying to. I had the inverter running to power the laptop. I had 4 high draw LED lights on, and my entertainment system was going too, but in standby mode. It wasn't doing anything, and I only dropped down to like 13.2, which is pretty impressive on a single 100 amp hour lithium battery. That battery is insanely good. This is why I'm kind of iffy on not, I don't want to screw up these numbers. So I'm just going to take the video back and upload it and send it to Stu for him to figure out why or what is happening. And then he can run me through, he'll give me his lesson on lesson of the day, how to fix everything. So or I hope so anyway. Now, another thing I want to update you guys on. I hope that's not mold. No, I don't think it is. Oh, why am I watering there? Dumb. Maybe it is mold. Oh God. Another update, guys. We haven't had a lot of wind since I installed the wind turbine to its own battery bank. So, what does that mean? It means that battery is still sitting at 11 volts, which isn't good. I don't like that. So, I either gotta wait for a windy day or say F it and throw, hook up a solar panel and a PWM to that thing. I can jerry rig it with my used ones. I'll just take a 12 volter, run the wire outside, run it over to the PWM, charge up the battery, and then whatever. Or, well, I really don't want to do that because I want the wind turbine to show that it's actually working and charging batteries. I know it is, but we haven't had wind for 2 days straight, and I'm like, what's going on? Whatever. But the East Coast is getting all the wind and the storms and slammed across the North American continent, basically. Because they had Dorian just rip up the East Coast along the edge and just murder everything along the coastline, basically. We didn't get anything here. And it's been beautifully cool weather. It's actually 69.2 Fahrenheit inside and probably colder outside than it is in here. I have to... Oh. I don't have to change the batteries. So this thing keeps changing its channel for some goddamn radio channel. 70, it's about the same. Same in, same out. Good. No issues at the tiny house with the gash. And we're letting water in. Bonus. We haven't had rain. I haven't been collecting any water. So that sucks. Well, it's ready to go when we do get a storm. It should just load my IBC tote up right full, hopefully. But lame, guys, lame. So that's little updates for you guys. And Dad's doing okay still. I'm giving him the cannabis oil still. My first crop is coming off. My only crop. I only have one plant. But it will give me enough for my dad, which is awesome. That's the whole point. It should give me enough to make a good, decent batch of high THC Rick Simpson oil medicine for my dad, so he can keep staying alive, staying alive. And you know, that's the main goal. But other than that, guys, he's actually getting ready to retire in 4 years. So then it's up to me. But that's going to be quite a mess. So we'll see how that goes. That's going to be something. We'll find out what happens there. But 13.2 we're sitting at right now. I'll bring you guys with me. 13.2. I got these lights still on in here. Let's see, what can you guys see for me? Looks like 2.60 amps going into the battery. And I'm sure now you guys are going to be worried about the lithium battery. I'm not too worried because the lithium battery has a BMS. What is a BMS? What does it do? Why does everybody keep talking about it? BMS stands for Battery Management System. You must have it for lithium batteries. If you do not, you will have an extreme fire. And it won't be too good. So, the battery management system, if it works properly, protects your battery from over voltages, under voltages, and temperature, and much more, in balancing the cells and whatever. So, right now, we're on gel at the parameters of over there. We're not bringing in a whole ton of power. I'm not using a whole ton of power, which is good, and the battery's close to being full. So I'm not worried about the settings like crazy, guys. I'm not. I'm really not. And I will get in contact with these awesome people online that help support me, because I don't know what the hell I'm doing, right? You guys watch my channel. When it comes to solar, it's DIY Rob over here. But hey, I got a pretty impressive system for being a newbie. I gotta admit that. And I've learned quite a bit as I go. And this is a whole new ball game, guys. This is a brand new lithium battery, my first one ever. I had a tiny dip toe into research on them, but that's it. I'm really happy with this battery. Absolutely happy. Should last me 15 years. Most lead acid batteries of the same type wouldn't last that long whatsoever. And that's all I can tell you, really. I'm going to kill the lights for 1 second, so I'll be right back. I'll keep talking. Don't worry. I'm not going too far. It is a tiny house after all. So now we're by killing those two lights, we're back up to 13.4. And I just have my entertainment on as it's a standby load, basically. Like diddly power here, maybe half an amp at the most, maybe. So it's nothing. Remember guys, I ran the entire entertainment system. I can run it for 24 hours straight. So let's say I can basically turn the TV on, fall asleep, and wake up and I'll still be fine. It won't hurt the battery whatsoever. Because I basically almost did that. And I monitored it when I stayed over. You guys saw the videos. I didn't shoot too much of it because I was pretty dead tired. Went to bed at like 10:30. Right? 10:30 at night, I'm still sitting at 13.1, 13.2. Unbelievable, guys. That's awesome. That's super efficient. You can't beat that. So I'm pretty proud of myself in that regard. And if I knew I only needed one lithium to run the tiny house 24 hours, I would have bought it a long time ago. But then, you know, I had financial issues coming and all that crap. Everything comes, and my dad and everything going on, so. But we're keeping the old guy going, strong. He's nice and healthy and keeping going. He got over his, when the nurse gave him his maintenance shot for chemo, he gets it in his side here, kind of like the liver. Would be this side, I guess. When she gave him the shot, I guess she put the needle in through his muscle, and it really hurt and aggravated stuff. So he went back to the doctor 3 days after because the pain was really bad, and I said, holy shit, what's going on? You know, I don't want to think about it. But the doctor checked him out. He said, yeah, it felt hot, and, you know, he said use Voltaren gel on it. And I told my dad, I said, well, if it's inflammation, put the turmeric back in your coffee, because he stopped putting turmeric in his coffee. He put the turmeric in his coffee for a couple days, and it was gone. So there you go, guys. And he said the Voltaren gel did help a little bit too. And then I was high dosing him on cannabis oil too, because I didn't know what the hell was going on. I haven't heard back from the cancer patient I was treating in the States. He actually has 2 houses, one in Florida, one in Atlantic City. When Dorian was incoming, they hauled ass to Atlantic City. Though it was a slow go because everybody and their uncle had the same idea. They were crawling on the highway. So I think they had to overnight at a couple hotels on the way up, which I would imagine a lot of people would have done. But they made it through. I've gotten. They were dead silent on Facebook for 4 or 5 days, almost a week, and then we finally got updates from them. So whether or not there was internet or power issues, whatever. But this hurricane was something else, guys. Bahamas just dominated, gone underwater. Now, one thing I got to say, guys, if you live in a place like that, like I know it's beautiful, just beautiful places, but if you know you can get hurricanes and stuff, or it's a regular thing, why the hell wouldn't you invest your money into making sure your house was like super legitly secure, hurricane proof? They showed a few houses that were kind of hurricane proof that were standing and the whole block was gone, but even those houses were damaged pretty badly. So maybe I'm just wrong in saying that they just build really crappy and then when a hurricane comes they rebuild again. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know why those people live there when every couple years their house gets destroyed and they got to rebuild. I don't even know how they can afford that. And I don't even know how insurance companies afford that. I don't know. I don't think I'd want to live there. I'm sure it's beautiful, beautiful to live there. Temps are awesome and everything like that. But the downside is every couple of years you get your ass whipped by Mother Nature for living there. I don't know. It's just one of these things, guys. So I don't understand it, and I'm not going to plan on trying to figure it out. But whatever. Anyway, I'm going to get the hell out of here. I've been talking a lot, and I think that's it. So hopefully those are good, decent enough updates for you guys. No rain, no wind. I have solar, but the parameters are wrong. So, but it's not going to hurt anything, guys. I'm basically at float right now already. Instantaneously, that bastard charges. And my, I don't know. I will figure it out. I'll talk to Stu. I'll talk to some you guys out there. You guys can figure it out. That's it. Rob from the Off-Grid Tiny House checking out.